Hello, this is Steve at SteveHuffPhoto.com, and I'm here today with the Olympus OMD E-M5. And what you see in front of me is the OMD camera with 14 to 42 lens, the grip, and the two best lenses, in my opinion. Now, this is my opinion, so don't get all bent out of shape if you like the Panasonic lenses. The two best lenses, in my opinion, for the OMD are the 12mm and the 45. But here's a sneak peek at this beautiful camera, and let me get this to focus. I am using the Sony NEX7 with Zeiss 24-18 to film the video. I have to say, I just added part 1 of the grip. This is part 2 of the grip if you want to put your extra batteries in. But just by putting the first part of the grip makes this camera feel like a mini tank. The qualities, the build quality exceeded my expectations, but again, the Olympus EP3 felt really good as well. But I just wanted to show you that really quick. The black in person, I have to say, is quite beautiful. I'm going to actually peel this backing off right now. There we go. Virgin screen right there. So this is the OMD. But before I get into the OMD itself, the E-M5 I should say, you can see how beautiful this camera really is. I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the OMD E-M5 system and Olympus, because if you're thinking of jumping into micro four thirds instead of something like the Fuji X Pro 1, which I have right here, which is much bigger, I guess not really that much bigger when you put the grip on the Olympus. If you're thinking about going OMD with Olympus, this is my recommended kit. Because to get the best out of micro four thirds system, you need great lenses. The best lenses, in my opinion, again, that's my opinion, the best lenses, in my opinion, are right here. You have the Olympus, ready? The Olympus 12mm f2. Now this is a wide angle 24mm equivalent. It's a very beautiful lens. The build quality is amazing. I have reviewed, put up a video of this lens when I was talking about the EP3. The lens is quite expensive at $799, but you're getting a 12mm, 24mm equivalent f2 aperture. And you also have the snap to manual focus feature where you lift up on the barrel to slide it into manual focus mode. It actually works very well in practice. So this is a highly recommended lens. I wish it came in at $599, not $799, but if you want amazing quality, fast autofocus, nice wide angle, this is the one to get right here. The Panasonic 14 is also very good. It's smaller as well and much cheaper. You're just losing out on the 12mm versus 14, and it's a f2.5 versus f2. But as far as build quality and speed, right here, this is it right here. Okay, next up I'm going to tell you the 45mm f1.8 is an amazing portrait lens for the micro four thirds system. This is going to give you the equivalent of a 90mm lens, so portraits will look creamy, dreamy, and really good. So this is $399, and this is well worth the cost. A no-brainer if you're going to go with the OMD. Also, like I said, the grip. The grip is pretty amazing, I have to say. It comes in two parts. You got the first part, like I showed you, which basically adds a shutter button up front and a grip to hold on to. Makes the camera feel much more substantial. So the grip also comes with a second part where you can add an extra battery. At the time of this video, Olympus hasn't even released the OMD batteries for sale, so you're just stuck with the one you get in the box. And then of course you have the camera itself. This one came with the 14 to 42 lens, the old faithful lens they've always used, the flash, and the body. And this is black. A lot of people ordered the silver, and I was thinking of going with the silver, and by the way, I bought this. This is all mine. I actually loved the EP3, as you all know. And then I got rid of it when I got the Nikon V1, I had the Leica M9, I was getting the Fuji X Pro 1. I can't keep all these cameras. But I ended up not buying the Fuji X Pro 1. This is Fuji's review sample right here with the 35-1.4. And I didn't buy it because it's not a great camera. It's a great camera. The picture quality is astounding on the Fuji, and I love the Fuji picture quality. But for me, it's about usability. The Fuji, when I took it out on the streets in Vegas, I missed so many shots with this lens because the focus would hunt and miss, and it got to be frustrating. The lens chatter was frustrating, but other than that, this is a great camera. You're going to get amazing image quality out of the Fuji X Pro 1. But what we're talking about today is the Olympus OMD E-M5, which is, focus, thank you, NEX7. This is the first in the OMD line. So the E-M5 is first. Who knows what they're going to come out with next, but this bad boy is weatherproofed. You could go out in the rain with this, no worries. The 12 and 45 are not weatherproof. The 12 to 50 zoom is. But the body itself is weatherproof, which is awesome. It's basically a Pro EP3 with a better sensor and better high ISO, better quality. What's really cool, they added the swivel screen finally, so you can get those shots. They added the built-in EVF. Olympus, this is for you. Thumbs up, man. Because the built-in EVF is, for me these days, the make it or break it on a camera. I didn't care. I liked the Pentax K1, but I didn't like the fact that it didn't have an EVF or even an option to add one. So that kind of blew it for me, even though the picture quality was fantastic. So the E-M5 is right here. I'm going to go over the menu system in a minute to show you guys what it's all about, and I'm going to also attach the 12mm lens to show you what it looks like. So here I am with the OMD E-M5. I just fired off some shots around the house, and I have to say I'm damn impressed by the usability, feel, and speed of this combo, at least with the 12. But I don't read reviews before I review a camera, so I don't really read stuff about the camera, just basics. But when I turn it on, I hear what sounds to be like, it sounds like there's a fan inside of it going. I'm going to put it by my microphone, see if you can hear it. Can you hear that noise? It sounds like there's a fan inside the camera that is just going, like to keep it cool or something. I don't know what that is. I turned off the image stabilization. Maybe it just needs to be off for a minute. I don't know. Still making the noise. So if anybody can tell me what that noise is, that'd be great. I'm kind of out of the loop, I guess, on it. But focus speed and shutter is quiet. Everything is great. The only thing that bugs me is that sound. I don't know what it is. Is it normal? I don't know. But I like this quick menu on the Olympuses. This is what I always use. I press the OK button, and then you can do pretty much anything you want in your important settings, your image stabilization, your color preferences, your white balance settings. And so you have auto, it'll show you what you're set at down here, and on this side is what you're going to choose. So we have your shooting mode, your aspect ratio, your quality and size settings, your movie settings, your flash settings, your metering, what kind of metering you want, single point AF, continuous AF, manual focus, your ISO settings, face priority, I'm going to turn that off. If you want sound on your movies. So that's all right there. You don't have to dig into the standard menu to get all of that. Once you set your settings up in the standard menu, then you're pretty much good to go. But the EVF on the OMD seems fine. It's totally acceptable to me. It's not as good as, say, the Sony NEX7, but it's actually really good. It's fine. The speed of the camera is, now the NEX7 that's filming this is what's not focusing. So you can see it locks pretty instantly. So the camera feels good, it's solid in the hand, the focus is blazingly fast. You could also do the touch focus. So whatever you touch on the screen, my dog's laying, he's kind of hiding behind the chair. I just touched his leg and that's what it focused on. You can play it back with the button here. If this camera will focus. There we go. You can play it back with a click of the button, turn the aperture dial, you could zoom in, and that's like razor sharp. And that took like a fraction of a quarter of a second to focus, and it locked on focus, no problem. So the focusing of the OMD, it's a hell of a lot faster than the NEX7 I'm recording this with, I can tell you that, because this keeps going out of focus. But the only thing that I don't understand is the fan noise that's coming from the camera. I really don't know what it is. Again, I'll put it by my mic so you can hear it one more time. Like, what is that? I've never heard a camera do that before. Other than that, it doesn't have any ratchety rattlesnake shake lens noises. It doesn't have any slowness to it. It doesn't feel quirky. It feels like a solid brick, not brick, that makes you sound like it's all heavy. It feels like a solid piece of equipment. The metal construction, the weatherproofing, the grip really helps. I took the grip off and it didn't feel as good. I mean, it feels good like an EP3, but when you put the grip on, it takes it to a whole nother level. It looks like a mini professional camera. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get some shots and start using this guy with the 12 and 45 and see how I like it. I am assuming that I'm gonna love it, because just from the feel, the speed, the look, the design, the style, the EVF, the tilt screen, it just seems to have everything I wanted when they released the EP3. Everything the EP3 didn't have, plus the new sensor, the improved high ISO. So look back to stevehufffphoto.com and I will go over, I will have a review up soon, and in the review, I will do another video review as well. This was just kind of a first quick look at it, so just keep that in mind. Once I get some shooting time with it, there'll be a ton of photos and more about the camera. If I find any quirks with it, I will let you all know. So there you go, the Olympus OMD E-M5. There it is. We also have the 45 lens with it, which is a fantastic lens. Here they are side by side, the OMD E-M5 and the Fuji X Pro 1. The E-M5 feels more solidly built. The Fuji is bigger. What else can I say about them? The E-M5 is way more responsive and quick to focus. It feels like a precision instrument, but the image quality of the Fuji and high ISO is going to beat the Olympus. But keep an eye out here, because you're going to see that the Olympus image quality is also pretty damn amazing. So big thumbs up to the Olympus. First impressions are fantastic. Can't wait to get out and shoot and shoot and shoot with it, because it's one of those cameras that inspires confidence. So, hope you enjoyed this quick first look. Check back to stevehufffphoto.com for a full review and more photos soon. Thanks for coming by. Bye.